Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't done one of these in a couple months, and I have a lot of shit to show off. My birthday was in November, and then we had Christmas, and then just picking up random stuff like I normally do. So I'm wearing two things. One, my wife got me this for Christmas. Pretty excited about that. She got me this hat, which does this. So, I could go out in the cold and be warm, and I'm Jason now. Whew, and it's teamed up my glasses. So I'm just gonna jump in. I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit about some of them. Some of them, they don't need to be. Where to start? So, first thing is this. My mom got me this. I had been eyeing it for a while. It is all about kind of, things from the 80s. And I don't know how well this is showing up. So, yeah, pretty sweet toys and games and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like an old Trapper Keeper. Kind of sticking with that, I've got some other book-related things. I found this at Half Price Books. I love these old, Disney kind of comic book style magazines. Get this, the Game Master, the Complete Video Game Guide, 1995. Something I'll point out right now. If the lighting's a little different, kind of bright, I apologize. I got new lighting for Christmas from my mom. So we're going to be, testing that out and trying to figure out what works. So, so if it's extra bright or whatever, please forgive me for now. The official Duke Nukem 3D strategy guide, which is pretty awesome. I guess originally it came with LA Meltdown, which was an expansion, and it went right there, which I have somewhere on its own. We had these. My dad got us into comic collecting in the early mid-90s, and this is Advanced Comics, and it told all the new comics that were coming out, like how much it was going to cost, and kind of a brief synopsis, and then advertised comics and that sort of thing. And then there was a flip side as well I brought back a wave of nostalgia for me, because we would circle comic books that we wanted and that sort of thing. So it was cool to find that. I hadn't seen one of those in a long time. I picked up this set of it was a 4-part Scud the Disposable Assassin. I'm a huge fan of Scud. It was created by Rob Schraub. He's best friends with Dan Harmon. If you guys know who Dan Harmon is, I'm sure a lot of you do. Really excited to find this. I used to have some of these, lost them over the years. An issue of Film Threat magazine. To show them back. And if you into a low budget horror will recognize that. I'm super excited to find this. I've been wanting to get some of them again. And there's you can order Necromantic on VHS. I love seeing these old, order forms. Dead Meat on the opposite side. There's even some. If any of you know me well, know that I'm a huge fan of shot on video horror. And there's one of my favorites on here, which is Shattered Dead. So that was a pretty awesome find for me. I think I showed it off a little while back in one of my pickups. I got this computer game a few months ago, and I found the strategy guide for Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster, which is a full motion video style game that I'd played a little bit of in the years ago, but excited to have that. Shivers 2, I have this game. I've had it forever. It's a game I loved. And then I got this for Greg. He already knows about it. This is Bomberman 64 strategy guide. Thought that was pretty cool. Kind of going along with that, this I find very interesting. It is Unlock the Secrets, interactive strategy guide for Shadow Warrior. It is basically a video strategy guide, kind of like what you see on YouTube now, before YouTube existed. Going with this theme, for my birthday, Greg got me this, knowing that it's my favorite film. This In the Mouth of Madness shirt, which I absolutely just love. And then my wife also got me this. She had seen me eyeing it. I had picked it up at one point, put it back. This Trick or Treat shirt. I absolutely love both of those. So moving on from there, I did pick up some PC games. I got Miss Spider's Tea Party. This I don't really know anything much about. It's missing the manual. It's called Creatures. It is looks like it's some kind of puzzle game. This I also had at one point. The I don't know, maybe a shareware version or a demo of Simon the Sorcerer. It is a point-and-click adventure game, and I absolutely loved those. Still do. Love those growing up. Going from there, a couple things my brother got me for my birthday. Pirates of Dark Water, the complete series. The Midnight Hour, which was a made-for-TV movie that I have watched every Halloween since I was a kid. I found this at Goodwill, and this is the pre-Troma release of The Taint. So I was really, really excited to find that. Frames of Fear 2, which is signed by somebody, and this is number 15 of 50. So that's pretty cool. This I found on Amazon and didn't know anything about. I bought it on a whim. It was very cheap, like $7-8. It is the Alex DeSanto collection. It is 4 different horror films of varying time lengths. They are directed by a Canadian teenager named Alex DeSanto. And I thought of my friend, filmmaker Johnny Dickey, that I've known since he was 13, 14, something like that, who was a big fan of shot and video films, and that's where we bonded, and of horror PC games. We used to have a group together where we shared videos and pictures of PC games and stuff like that. It's a way that I've kept up with over the years, and that made me think of this, or maybe this made me think of him. Moving on from there, I got a stack of these. There are 5. These are PlayStation Underground magazines. If you're not familiar with those, they are like digital magazines. Like, you pop them in and there are videos and demos and that sort of thing. Just super cool to find. Quit staring and start playing. Yeah, I have a fair amount of demo discs that I've kept over the years for, PlayStation and computer and that sort of thing. I gave my buddy Joe a bunch of them at one point. Kind of regret that. Kind of wish I still had them, but I was just sitting in the attic, just collecting dust. I picked this up. Greg and I had talked about, I only have one legit Nintendo branded GameCube controller. I have a few other off-brand, like Mad Catz and that sort of thing. And if you're familiar with Mad Catz, you know they're very iffy, their controllers. And sometime back, they had released the GameCube style controllers for Switch. and we didn't know at first that they actually work on on GameCube. We thought maybe they just hooked up to the Switch, but no, they actually hook up to the GameCube. So these are brand new, Nintendo licensed through Hori, which is a really great brand doing amazing things for retro systems, creating wireless controllers and that sort of thing. And the fact that it's Zelda branded as well is just extra little topping to that. I've got a bunch of video games here. Some I don't really need to say anything about, but just some fun stuff. Some just I hit up a Half Price Books bag sale where fill up one of these for $20, and as long as these touch, like you can go up to here, like as long as they touch. So a bunch of these came from that. So there are a few things I will show off that I got at a thrift store, just primo things for real cheap that I'll show off in a minute. I got Samba de Amiga for Wii, which is just a generic case, but cool nonetheless. Reckless, the Yakuza missions for Xbox. Advent Rising for the Xbox. Hot Shots Golf 3 for the PS2. Medal of Honor Frontline. I actually don't mind these, the old Medal of Honor style games. We played some of those on the PC when they first came out. Burnout 3. Jimmy Neutron. This one I'm actually kind of excited about. Jeopardy. I like a good game show video game. I think they're fun, especially if you have a group of people together, you know, kind of Mario parties, kind of play it like that, or as a drinking game. There's a stack here. Medal of Honor European Assault. I didn't have this, surprisingly. The original Grand Theft Auto 3. San Andreas. The Getaway. Smackdown, just bring it. The Rock is really bringing it here. This is a game I was always interested in playing. Trigger Man. Excited to have that. And for people that don't know, I'm trying to collect every... I mentioned it in our Christmas video. Trying to collect every Sonic the Hedgehog game. Shadow the Hedgehog. I already have the first one of these, so excited to have this. I love platformers. I love 3D platformers. So, in that. Frogger, which also had, for PlayStation 1, Frogger as well in it. I got that at Goodwill, and they just let me have it. I found this at Goodwill. Got it for $2. It is a sealed copy of Jax 3. I have the first two, so I needed the third. I have all three of them digitally on the PS3, but cool to find that. So next, found these at a thrift store in Indianapolis when I was visiting my brother. They were $2 a piece. Tales of Symphonia for GameCube. And Super Smash Melee. I'm actually not a fan of Smash Bros. I know people love them. It's just not my style of fighting game. Just never had been able to get into it. But a cool find nonetheless. I got this from Walmart for $5. It wasn't a game I knew anything about. Boy, for Switch. And it is kind of a 3D platformer. I guess the makers of it were fans of like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, so it's kind of in that style, and I love that. So, a couple other things to show off here that go together. I've lost something. So, I got these as well in Indy, used, very cheap. Paper Mario for the 3DS. Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, and then the last thing I have to show off, which my brother got me these for Christmas. He got me Dragon Quest VIII for the 3DS, and because I didn't have one, he got me a 3DS for Christmas. I have been looking for one for a while. They pop up every once in a while on the Facebook Marketplace, fairly cheap, but they go really quick. And you can find them used at places, but I wasn't willing to spend what... I actually really wanted a brand new one, just, yeah, to have the box and everything. But it wasn't necessary, and if I could find one, I've seen them go for as low as like $25–30 on Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes even with a game. And I have a couple games up here that I'd found at like Goodwill or something, very cheap, and just went ahead and picked them up because I knew I wanted one at some point. So yeah, thanks again, Dustin. This is amazing. But yeah, I just had, I actually, there's a few more things around the room that I know I also got, but I can't remember what all I've already shown off and what I haven't. And then there's some other things that just weren't that exciting, so I didn't feel like they needed to be in this video. But yeah, just a ton of stuff over the past couple months, and just hadn't taken the time to show it off. I had meant to at the beginning of December, but then I decided, well, I might as well wait till after Christmas because I'll have a few more things to show off. Like we said in our Christmas video, I apologize that we haven't had much content out lately. There's been a lot of things going on. I will give a little sneak peek. We're not going into details. There is some new content coming, though. Again, I won't go into specifics. This weekend, I am shooting 2 pilots for new shows on the channel. I will say that both of them will be reoccurring shows. We do want to move into, this is the We Like What We Like network. We want to have shows. And these shows are going to be spearheaded by me. Greg will be on them from time to time, but because of his schedule and his wife's schedule and having a young son, it's very hard for him to get over here to film. So I'm just going to move forward with these, and he's going to be on occasionally. He's working on something of his own, but I just wanted to create more content, and I wanted to do something fun, and so yeah, I'm going to be working on 2 new shows this weekend. You will see them both. Again, they will be pilots, so when they do pop up at some point, keep that in mind. Give me a little bit of a break because, just kind of trying my foot at a couple things. But, yeah, you guys have that to look forward to. I'm not giving a date or anything just yet. Again, it's just in the near future. But, thanks for coming and joining me today, guys. What did you guys get? Again, let us know. We asked in the Christmas episode, what did you get for Christmas? Yeah, still love to hear. I'd like to hear what you guys have picked up over the last couple months. I showed off my crap, so let's hear from you guys. Be interested to see. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.